What up, what up, what up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new episode of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own, Dre Day. What's up, what's up, what's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Once again, y'all already know, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. When you come on in, hit that like button. When you come on in, at the end of the video or episode, leave a comment, share it, tell a friend and tell a friend, all that good shit. This episode here, or this video here. Well, first of all, let me just say this. Did you miss me? Listen, I was dropping episodes rapidly because I was on vacation from work. I'm now back at work, so it's time consuming now. You understand what I'm saying? But this video right here, this episode here, I definitely need to speak on this. I'm just, watching the home run derby or getting ready to watch the home run derby, and I just stroll on Facebook and I forgot the person's name. They said that Skip Bayless is leaving Undisputed. So I'm like, oh, nah, this is a joke. This is a troll. This is not true. This is not true. As soon as I went on Google and I typed in Skip Bayless's name, the main thing that everybody kept saying, Skip Bayless is leaving Undisputed. Skip Bayless out at Undisputed. And, yep, it's true. It is true. It's in the New York Post by a Ryan Glass-Pegel. Hopefully I said his name right. He said, it is an end of an era at Fox Sports 1. Skip Bayless is leaving his role as co-host of Undisputed at the network after 8 years, the Post has learned. His final show will be later this summer. Wow. Just wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. I never thought I would see the day. But not to my surprise, though, because, listen, obviously we all know what happened last year on Undisputed. If you've been living under a rock, obviously Shannon Sharpe is not on Undisputed no more. He played an intricate part on Undisputed. Him and Skip Bayless for a good, I want to say 7 years. I want to say a good 7 years. 2016 to 2023. Yeah, 7 years. They had a great run competing with First Take. There was some times where Skip did tend to get a little disrespectful with Uncle Shay. I will come to Uncle Shay's defense on that. But as we get towards, especially late 2022, 2023, Skip's disrespect just intensified even worse. There was a segment where they was talking about Tom Brady. I forgot the actual game it was. I think it was against the 49ers, where Shannon Sharpe called Tom Brady out for his performance, and it wasn't a good performance. It wasn't. So, of course, Skip, in his love for Tom Brady, he let his emotions take over. He basically was saying that how Shannon was jealous of Brady because he's 45 and he's still playing, and you had to retire at 30-something. So Shannon is like, listen, you make it seem like I'm a bum. I'm in the fucking Hall of Fame. So Skip goes with the so what? He's way better than you was. Now you taking it personal because you're letting your infatuation for Tom Brady now cloud your relationship with your co-host. And that was one incident where it was a very awkward incident in that scene where Shannon really wanted to get in Skip's ass. Pause. And then, we all remember, where they was going back and forth and Uncle Shay took off his glasses and then Skip was like, put your glasses back on. Us in the street watching that video, if Skip really wanted to, he would have said, put your fucking glasses back on, because that's what it sounded like. Then we fast forward to early last year. With the, who was it? I think it was the Cincinnati Bengals and I think the Buffalo Bills. They was in a Monday Night Football game. Demar Hamlin took a unfortunate hit on the football field where he basically collapsed. He went into cardiac arrest. He had to be revived. He died on the field, but they basically were able to revive him. Thank God for that. But what happened was, when they basically was trying to figure out how would the game continue, Skip Bayless made a tweet where he was like that how can you postpone the game or suspend the game when it's playoff seeds on the line. Basically what he said, a lot of people in the sports world wasn't feeling it. A lot of people in the sports world wasn't feeling it. Matt Barnes wasn't feeling it. Des Bryant wasn't feeling it. A couple of people wasn't feeling it. The next day on Undisputed, Skip Bayless had to do the show by himself. Shannon Sharpe did not show up for the job. The next day, Shannon Sharpe comes on. He explains his reason for why he wasn't on the show the day prior. He basically said that how seeing that injury to Demar Hamlin basically reflected on the injury that his brother Sterling Sharpe sustained when he was on the football field. And it basically took him to that place, and it would have been difficult for him to do the show. Then he was like the how Skip Bayless made a tweet about the incident, and hopefully that, he deletes the tweet. And then Skip just said, oh, no, I'm not deleting the tweet. So now you done made it awkward. Shannon Sharpe is basically trying to explain his point, and now you're interrupting him. So they go into a little back and forth on that. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is over. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And I'll never forget the day. I was at my job working. I was working at my job, working in the NICU unit, for that matter, with the premature babies. And I got an alert on my phone that said that Shannon Sharpe was leaving Undisputed, and his last day will be after the NBA Finals. So basically, June of 2023 was his last day on Undisputed. Once he left, the rumblings started on who was going to be his replacement, to the point where usually when First Take go on break, they have a bunch of people take over when Stephen A. and Molly is on vacation. They have a bunch of people come on. Undisputed, they basically was gone from the end of June to basically, I think, a few days before September. Because I remember there was rumors of probably Chris Broussard, Shady McCoy, Jason McIntyre. They even threw Joy Taylor name in there. I think Emmanuel Outro. Like, it was a lot of names that they were saying could possibly replace Shannon Sharpe. Then the ESPN layoffs came in. Keyshawn was one of them. Michael Irvin was dealing with his own situation. So now you're basically trying to find all these pieces that could possibly be co-host to Skip Bayless on Undisputed. First of all, I knew it wasn't going to work. It didn't matter who you brung to that show. The dynamic with him and Shannon Sharpe was just untouchable, and nobody was going to be able to fill that seat. And obviously, it hasn't worked, because we've now come to the crossroads where he's leaving the show. Now, it's being reported that the show is still going to go on. It just will go on without Skip Bayless. I mean, the dude is 72 years old. I'm not sure if he's going to retire, but it's time, man. It's time. Like, let's keep it all the way 100. You got too big for your bridges. You gave your mouth too much freedom. And not for nothing, we're going to keep it all the way 100. We was really watching Undisputed because of Uncle Shay. It wasn't because of you. Now, I will give him this. He is the godfather of debates. I will give him that. I've been following Skip Bayless since he was on Cold Pizza at ESPN. This was before it became First Take. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how far back I go with it. So when he came to Undisputed, him and Shannon Sharpe had a dynamic. There was times I thought Undisputed was better than First Take. You understand what I'm saying? But after a while, Skip got too carried away with himself, and now he's in the predicament that he's in now. You lose Shannon Sharpe, and you had to bring in four people to try to replace one bad motherfucker. That's how you know Shannon Sharpe was so important to that show. You had to bring in Keyshawn Johnson, who I love, by the way. You know, there's people out there that really don't like Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn. I just wish that he would come to work dressed more professional. You know what I'm saying? The dude be coming in there with wrinkled shirts. Dude be coming in there with the shirt not tucked in. It's like the dude just jumped out of bed and just jumped on the show. Paul Pierce is on the show now. Well, Michael Irvin was on the show, but, you know, it ain't football time yet. Richard Sherman was on there, but I'm quite sure he's done after that whole DUI thing that just happened a few months ago, so he's probably done. Then you bring in Rachel Nichols. There was a time that Lil Wayne was coming on every Friday. I think he had like 2 Young Money artists coming on the show too. Like, Skip was trying to do everything in his power to try to make that show afloat now that Shannon Sharpe is gone. And obviously, the show has been the shit, because if we just talking about ratings, if we just talking about the viewership and the ratings between First Take and Undisputed, they ain't even in the same stratosphere. And it got even worse once Shannon Sharpe went to ESPN to join First Take on Monday and Tuesday. And now we get to the point now where Skip Bayless says, well, I don't know if he said he's leaving, but it's being reported that he's leaving. And he said that he's leaving at the end of the summer. So, we don't know what the next move is. We don't know what the next move is. He hasn't said anything. It would not surprise me at all. I can honestly say this. It will not surprise me at all if him and Stephen A. join forces on YouTube. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Because first of all, I don't see him going back. I don't see him going back to ESPN, even though in 2021 they did try to bring him back. They was very interested in bringing Skip Bayless back, but he signed he had signed like a new deal with some shit to keep him at Fox Sports. I do not see him coming back to the East Coast. He's been in LA for all these years. I do not see him coming back to the East Coast to do ESPN. But it would not surprise me if him and Stephen A. joined forces and did something on YouTube. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm actually predicting that's the next move. Because let's keep it real. Undisputed has ran its course. And we are in the show me business. And the ratings are so bad. They're so horrible. I ain't even gonna lie to you. There's times I don't even be wanting to watch. But, you know, as a sports fan, I say, you know what? Let me give it a shot. Let me give it a shot. But this is what happens. Skip Bayless got too big for his britches. He gave his mouth too much freedom. And basically, this is karma. Because had Uncle Shay still been on Undisputed, we wouldn't have this problem right now. The decline of Undisputed started once Shannon Sharpe left. That's when it started. So, only time is going to tell what happens with Skip Bayless. I mean, the dude is 72 years old, like I said. The man has been in the game for so many years, been a beat writer, been a journalist. He's been in the game for many, many years. Maybe it is time for him to retire, at least on television. Because I still believe, it wouldn't surprise me if him and Stephen A. joined forces on YouTube. It wouldn't surprise me at all. It would not surprise me at all. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. Now let's see what happens with Undisputed when Skip leave. Because you still got Keyshawn. You still got Paul Pierce. You still got Rachel Nichols. And it's crazy because if you're doing this at the end of the summer, that means he ain't going to be around for the football season. So who knows? Maybe Undisputed gets revamped, which may be the best thing because then we won't have to hear the same damn segments every damn day. Because you know, when Skip on, you're going to hear about the Cowboys. You're going to hear about the Lakers. You don't need to hear about Brady because Brady ain't playing unless he was going to talk about Brady doing his color commentary, which he's going to start this season. But when you watch Undisputed, it's always the same shit. Always the same shit. But now with Skip leaving, only time will tell how this is going to play out. Only time is going to tell how this is going to play out. But I'm not going to lie to you, though. He is the godfather of this debate stuff that we see on TV. He is the godfather of it. Yes. If it wasn't for Skip Bayless, there will be no great debate shows when it comes to sports. It just wouldn't. So I'm going to give him his flowers for that. But, again, karma, payback's a bitch. God don't like ugly. And when he got disrespectful with Uncle Shay and he left the show, Undisputed just went down the tube. To the point where now, like I said earlier, it is being reported that he is leaving Undisputed. But I do wish him well, though. I do wish him well. I do very much wish him well. Yeah, that's it. I wish him well. I wish him well. That's all I can say. But with that being said, it's a wrap for this. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Once again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Hit me up in those comments and tell me what you think about the video. Where do you think Skip goes from here? Do you think that this is basically karma for how he treated Shannon Sharpe? So yeah, hit me up in them comments and tell me what you think, man. But in closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another episode of Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. And catch y'all on the flip side. God bless, peace and love. Your boy is out of here. Salute.